Probably have gasoline all over my hands. Good, that's in the recording.
Spooky.
I
I got oil, grease, gasoline leaking everywhere. Good times.
That's no good.
No. And my husband's still out there because it didn't start. I had a small glimmer of hope because when he said it didn't start, I went out and checked and it had like barely any gas in it, and you need like higher than a quarter tank. So I drove all the way to the gas station, filled it, and came back, and no, it didn't do shit. So we're live. Good to know. So I did not see Deadpool yet. I do want to.
I haven't seen it yet either, so no spoilers.
No,
I'm already getting stupid spoilers all over the internet.
Yeah, but you're never going to see it.
I am going to see it. I am going to see it, Tom.
I don't believe you.
No.
I don't give a shit about spoilers. I already watched the Easter eggs and shit, so I don't care. But I did see Twisters, and I liked it way more than I thought I would.
Really?
So, yeah, I really liked it, actually.
That's unfortunate.
Thanks. But
listen, all you have to do now is watch the original Twister, and you'll realize how bad Twisters is.
Well, we didn't watch it before for that very reason. We're gonna watch it tomorrow.
Yeah,
but
you'll watch Twister, and you'll be like, Twisters is shit. Like, you'll see it.
I don't know.
You'll see
it was enjoyable.
It's watchable. But it doesn't compare at all to the first one.
It doesn't compare at all to Wolverine and Deadpool.
Well, I could not take my husband to see that. That is not his thing. Not only does he not know superheroes or give a shit about them, he won't get any of the Easter eggs. And I'll be just like, "Did you see that?" And he'll be like, "I don't know what that means." And I'm like, "Get the fuck out." So we didn't watch that one. So I'm probably gonna either go see it myself or just wait till it's on live stream. I did see some Easter eggs, like the Just Feet Easter egg in the background. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
There's a lot of stuff in the trailer that you can catch.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm not smart enough to catch them, but I did watch the Easter egg thing. So.
Dogpool is the best character.
I did see that lovely thing. So
she's adorable.
I need you to like that.
Look at her.
So anyway, I did watch some guy that was invited to go to the Deadpool, and he split his costume in half. So he had Wolverine on one side of him and Deadpool on the other side. I was like, so you ruined two costumes, but okay.
But he has a backup.
Yeah, as a backup. Yeah. I did think of something for all the people that are in our group that have Kickstarters and don't do podcasts. I was thinking about them while I watched the 1,000 video on with Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds. They are the most known people, and they still go on talk shows and go on podcasts and do whatever. So they're so well known, and they have a high budget, and they still do all that stuff. So I got made fun of because I did 42 podcasts in one campaign, and someone's like,
"Oh, you still got to market."
That's just that's morons. Don't even worry about it. That's morons.
It never ends. You can get picked up by Image. You will still have to market.
Yeah. Do you remember in our group the fight I was having with a certain somebody? Where he's like, my consultant told me it's stupid and a waste of time to do campaigns. And I was like,
you're
please
stupid.
I did say that because I said, do you pay this person? Like, is this? And I got all insulted because he's like, yeah, I've known this person for a really long time. And I was like, well, then you need your money back because
Yep.
Yeah. And then his greatest tip from this consultant. Now, I'm not saying I'm not bad mouthing the consultant. I don't know anything about her. However, her amazing tip was to have more add-ons, and I was like, I could have told you that for free. So
you're like, you think I should have more level? Did you look at my campaign? Because maybe I should not have more add-ons.
No,
hey, everybody.
Yeah, I should not have more. I should have way less.
You're like, you want me to have more add-ons? Did you look at my campaign?
Well, I haven't finished my Kickstarter. The page is done. I have not done add-ons because I'm still on that tiny bit of hope that importing will come in by next week. So I'm waiting for this import button to come. That's my joy if that happens. It probably won't happen. I did try the import rewards button, and I did like that.
Did it work okay?
The 2 I did worked fine. It was better than I thought. You just don't. It's not that you just import it. Did it import the picture? I don't think it imported the picture, which actually doesn't matter because I always have to change the picture anyway. The rewards one doesn't really help me all that much. In all honesty, I need the add-ons. Kickstarter. I need the add-ons. I have like 50 something of them. Can you just switch the add-ons? Yeah. And I'm gonna have a sale for the back issues this time because I'm trying to. I have like 50 boxes back here. Trying to lessen them a little bit. I only have 20 each. Is it 25? 25 or less of each back issue variant. So I do want to lessen those a little bit. So I'm probably gonna have a sale because this is the conclusion to book 2, which means nothing to anybody but me. But it's the end of the book 2, so there's a big cliffhanger like every other damn issue. But the hardcover has been ordered. I'm super excited. I made her redo the spine. Because the logo was a little bit to the side. And I know no matter what, it's going to be wrong and people are going to yell at me that it's not going to line up with the other one. But I'm hoping that it's a little bit better than it was because the logo was off. I mean, it was off. And my excuse is going to be, and I'm going to put on the record right now, I'm just going to say, well, it's chaotic. That's why it doesn't match. I just wanted chaos all over. That's my excuse if they don't match. But I tried. I told my artist, do not change anything except for the number. That's it. Don't change anything else. But this book is a different width by only 11 pages. So hopefully it's not too bad. So we'll see. I don't know. I fixed it. She was not happy about it. She's just like, well, if you do this, it ships them all. I was like, listen, they will kill me. Can you just get it as even as possible? Because I am one of those people that have to have them lined up but we'll see how bad it is. Without giving spoilers, I suppose, Tom, do you want to talk about Deadpool? I don't care about spoilers, but other people might, and I suppose Lori
I do. Don't spoil it.
Chad, did you see it?
Yeah, I did. I saw it on Thursday.
I mean, it's pretty easy to talk about without spoilers.
Day? No.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
It's a few things. Number one, it's a shitty Deadpool movie. So if you like the previous Deadpool movies, you'll be fine.
I have not seen 2 yet.
Deadpool is the weakest part of the whole fucking movie, as usual. But when Hugh comes in, when Wolverine's around, he grounds the movie and it becomes something else. It's still a Deadpool movie, but it definitely becomes a little bit different.
How long does it take till he comes in? Is this like halfway through?
Oh, no. I mean, it takes a bit. But I won't tell you why because that's part of the spoiler. So it takes a bit to get there, but once you get there, it kind of picks up and goes. And I think the movie or the story moves along pretty quickly. It did almost reach a point where I was like, I'm ready to go home, and that's when it started to wrap up. So I was like, oh, well done. You got that. You got that just right. But there's more than enough not spoilers. There's more than enough like Easter eggs. There's more than enough like fun stuff. There's some surprises that you're going to get caught by surprise, which is great. They did a great job because if you catch me, you've done a good job. Overall it worked. Like I don't like the first 2 Deadpool movies. This one I liked, but I didn't like it because of Deadpool. I liked it in spite of Deadpool. And it was because Wolverine
I'm going to give an Easter egg. I don't care if it's a spoiler. I don't think it is. But this is my goal when I get there, what I'm looking for. I am looking for the burnt station wagon from Plane, Trains, and Automobiles. So I don't know how obvious it is to see it. I just know it's there. So
I don't know what that means. So
you ever saw Plane, Trains, and Automobiles?
Like a million years ago, one time.
Okay, I watch it every Thanksgiving. But the station wagon they're in that gets crushed between, they rent it and it gets crushed between 2 cars and it's on fire. It's not a spoiler. It's an Easter egg. You're supposed to look for them. So this is what I'm looking for is the thing. Anyone want to talk bad about Lori? Because while she's not listening, now's the time to do it. Chad.
No, just wait. I can kind of hear you, which is terrible. Yeah. So wave really big when you're done.
Yeah, just go.
Give me that. I was like, you got to give me the signal.
I mean, this is the thing. I will say that this is it was the most fun that I've had at the movies this year. It is at the top of my list.
I was shocked. I even said to Chad, he liked something.
I was shocked. Trust me. as I was sitting in my car going, am I really doing this? Is this really happening? I realized, yeah, I mean, I just had fun. I recognized that I was sitting in the crowd and I was smiling at this good
oh my
part.
God, what is that like?
You know, like that's a tough thing to make me do, man. But I was like, yeah, okay, that's fucking great. So, you know.
William, my husband makes me see it every year. He looks forward to it. He counts the days down. It's almost Thanksgiving.
I think the advantage that it has is that it's really its own story, right? It doesn't.
I did hear that.
Yeah, it doesn't force itself into all of the Marvel universe and like trying to grab all these people. Like, it's just like, look, here's this story and it's kind of about this. And once you kind of understand that it's about that, you're like, yeah, I'm in. Like this works. This is fine. So yeah.
I just pictured that little guy drinking coffee. This is fine.
This is fine. This is fine. Yeah.
This is
At
fine.
the table that's on fire.
Yeah. That's what I pictured when he said this is fine.
Yeah, this is fine.
I got made fun of for all my covers. I don't care.
I'm hoping that Alien will surpass it.
This is a remake?
Because I don't know. It's a new movie.
It's a new one.
Oh, the other one was the previous one that came out.
Supposedly, it's supposed to take place between 1 and 2, is what I understand.
I have a
but I don't know if that's official. Because I'm also the other thing is that there's a TV show coming, and I'm not sure if maybe the TV show is what's supposed to take place between 1 and 2. It's a little confusing.
You're doing a TV show?
Yeah, there's like a Netflix show. Yeah, it's like a Netflix show. Yeah, that'll be out next year. Yeah, I think it's Netflix. It may not be, but I think it's next year. But the movie comes out in about 2 weeks here in August.
I thought you just said booby.
I'm gonna lose my nerd and horror card, but I have never seen any Alien ever.
So. Oh, you need to. They're so good.
Oh,
I've been told
this. Right at the beginning.
Yeah.
I've been told this several times. So
skip the one that previously came out.
Ones and there's bad ones. You know what I mean? Like there's better ones than others, but overall they're pretty spot on.
Well, that's good to know.
You need to watch 1, 2, 4, and Alien versus Predator.
I was like, are you skipping over Resurrection? I know you are.
Yeah, Resurrection is part 4.
Is it 4? You liked 4 and you didn't like 3?
I love 4. 4 is super fun. Super fun. 3 is garbage. That's the prison planet. That's garbage.
I liked 3.
Listen, when the director of the movie is like, don't watch this movie, this is shit, you should probably listen to him.
I liked it. I liked
it. Which one am I not watching? You two are confusing me.
3 will put you to sleep, Carissa.
3 will put me to sleep. Okay.
It's so bad.
I liked 3. I think it had its
okay.
Own...
I can't play favorites.
It is its own thing for sure. It is its own thing.
The show,
but it's not good. But it's not good. And then the thing with Alien Covenant is Covenant doesn't make sense unless you watch Prometheus.
Yeah, you gotta watch Prometheus.
They connect directly together, but Prometheus is kind of hokey, and Covenant is essentially just Alien. Like it's the first Alien, just with sort of a mixture of Prometheus in it. So it's okay, but it kind of is like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I would watch that again over 3 any day of my life. Yeah. Any day of my life. Like I actually just went through them recently because there's like a box set of the first 4, and I just went 1, 2, and I was like, nope, I'm skipping, going to 4. 4 to me, like I compare 4 to me to like Jurassic Park 3. It's totally rewatchable. Is it a brilliant movie? No, but it's 100% just go movie. Just go.
You know what I haven't seen?
And I understand the ending is off, like with the weird, I won't do spoilers, but there's a weird finale in part 4.
Yeah.
And I get that kind of threw the whole thing off at the end. Like people were like, yo, we're not doing that. Yeah.
Wait,
so I get that. I get it. The 4th one, Alien Resurrection.
What's it called? Oh.
Resurrection. Okay, it has a wonky finale.
Which one?
There's one called you like that one. I liked that one too. A lot of people take a dump on number 4.
Yeah.
I know everybody hates number 3, even though everybody hates number 3. A lot of people don't. Number 3
it's just Alien 3.
Oh, what's Prometheus?
Aliens. Alien
Prometheus,
3, Alien Resurrection,
the whole thing.
And then there was Prometheus, and then Covenant,
and
then this new one is Romulus.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yep. But really, again, all you need is Alien, Aliens, Alien Resurrection, and the first Alien versus Predator. That's really all you need. And then when I see this new one, I'll let you know.
Okay.
But the new one is done by oh my God, why can I never remember the dude's name? He's the guy that made the remake of Evil Dead a number of years, like back in 2012. Fede Alvarez. Which so I really like what he does, and so I'm really kind of game for whatever this Romulus is going to be, because the trailer is wild. I mean, if you guys haven't seen the trailer, it's fucking wild, and it's really looks awful in the right ways. You know what I mean? Like as far as like a horror in space movie, like it looks like, oh Jesus Christ, we're gonna level this up. Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I will get right on that. Something else I wanted to watch. I don't remember what it was now.
I think is on Amazon right now. All those Alien movies I think are on Amazon. Or at least they used to be. They may not be anymore, but I'm sure you can rent them if need be.
I'll find it.
But they're around.
I was gonna watch something and I can't remember what it was now. I know we're watching Twister tomorrow, so that's all I know.
So Alien, the original Alien is basically just Jaws in space.
Oh, nice.
So, that's it.
I do know.
It works.
I do know that when the thing pops out of the stomach, nobody knew that was going to happen.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
That's all I know of the whole movie.
They had practiced it one way without the blood, guts, and gore coming out. And then when they were doing the real take, like all the crew was wearing ponchos and the actors were like, care to explain? They were like, action! Like just
again, it's just like
I'm gonna guess that it doesn't sing and dance with a top hat and a cane, right? Like
no, it doesn't do that. That's Spaceballs.
Because that was
reaction, like, what the fuck was that? Is genuine.
Yeah, but okay, I'll watch it. I've been meaning to watch it. I have a long list.
Why are y'all wearing ponchos this take?
I have a long list of movies.
Action.
Like I have not seen The Godfather either. None of them.
I haven't either. I haven't seen that either. I actually
first one is great.
I haven't seen
the first one.
Well, actually, that's not true. I've seen the third one because all my friends were like, Godfather 3 is out. I'm like, let's go see it then, I guess. But I'd never seen any of them. So
I wasn't a big fan of the third one. The first one and the second one, I think, were the best two.
Yeah, the third one got a lot of shit. But to me, I was like, this is fine. But I had no context.
But you had no context. Yeah, they casted, was it Ford Coppola's niece? Daughter?
I think it's his daughter.
She apparently sucked balls.
Wow.
She ruined it. But, you know, that's what happens when you hire a Nepo baby in there, I guess. But the first two are really good.
I'm sorry.
I got the set. I got the Blu-ray set for like cheap. So it's here. I just have to find that moment to like sit and watch because I want to be prepared for it.
It's great because there's a lot of big names before they were big names. Right. And so when you're watching, you're like, hey, isn't that, it totally is, you know what I mean? And you'll get caught up in that for a second. But the acting is really great. And like the reason why they're big names is a lot because of this movie.
Because of that, yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think we have I bought my husband the soundtrack. Like he loves The Godfather.
I don't think my husband got through it, so I don't think he cares.
Well,
but he hasn't seen half the shit. I had to make him watch Ghostbusters and Roger Rabbit, so he's nobody to go by.
Wow.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. He doesn't watch. He wasn't allowed to watch movies when they were.
But he liked Garfield, right?
He did.
He'd like Garfield. What a fucking terrible movie! Oh my god! Oh my god! I kept wanting to turn this fucking thing off. I'm like, is anything ever going to matter in this movie?
He loved it. He loved it so much.
Good Lord. I knew it was going to be bad. I knew it. And I gave it the old college try.
I didn't mind it. It didn't bother me one bit. So I actually laughed at some of it. It was
like,
fun.
These characters are terrible. These voices are terrible. This is terrible. All this is terrible.
Wasn't there a story behind that where like what's his face? Bill Murray signed on to the movie because it was the Coen brothers, but it was the different Coen brothers. Like he thought he was signing up for the guys that did like Fargo.
Well, that's the first 2 Garfield movies. There's a new one this year with Chris Pratt.
Yeah, but I think he got signed on like with the studio for like X amount of movies. And he was like, "Oh, it's a Coen brother. Okay, sign me up. It's Coen brothers." Not knowing he didn't read the script. Like he didn't realize it was a damn orange cartoon tabby cat, and like is now locked into this fucking contract where he has to do all. I wonder how many movies he signed up for.
Well, he did 2 of them.
Yeah.
Well, he did 2 of them, and then he got to, and then there's the scene in Zombieland where they're like, "Do you have any regrets, Bill?" And he's like, "Oh, Garfield, maybe." Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's like Roy Scheider in Jaws 2. He was like, "I'm not doing this fucking movie." He had two movies on his contract with Universal, and they were like, "So Jaws 2 is next," and he's like, "Fuck no." And they were like, "Well, look, all right, do Jaws 2 and we'll count it as 2 films and you can get out of your contract." And so he did Jaws 2 and he got out of his contract.
See, that's how you do it.
That's negotiation right there.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you got to pay him back like all this money to get out of those contracts. Sometimes they won't let you where they're like, "No, sorry." Or sometimes they're like, "Oh, that's fine. Just pay us $1 million." And they put it towards their next movie.
Nice.
Like, you want out? That's cool.
Sorry, I was looking at my demon sheep.
So. Your what sheep?
The demon sheep.
Demon sheep.
Of course, then Roy Scheider infamously did a bizarre appearance in like a Dracula movie.
Who's this?
Roy Scheider.
Which movie was it?
It was like It was like the 4th in a series of Dracula movies. Like Dracula 2000 and Dracula Resurrection and Dracula. There was like 4 of them. And this dude comes in as like a priest, Dracula hunter I was like, "What are you doing in this movie, dude? Like, do you know who you are? Like, what is happening right now?" It was the weirdest appearance.
So many
I never would have guessed in my life that this dude would walk into this movie.
Do you remember, wasn't it Gerard Butler did one? Was like Dracula, wasn't he in Dracula?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Dracula was a thing. He was like they just keep treating.
But that was early in his career.
Now Nosferatu coming, but like Dominic, one of the Dominics did Luke Evans was in the Dracula Resurrect. Was it Dracula Resurrection?
I don't even know.
What's the new
I don't even
one?
know what these things are called.
Oh God.
The chick that played 7 of 9 was in that one too. Dracula 2000, the Wes Craven one. That's 7 of 9 is in that.
I forgot she was in that.
Yeah.
Luke
But again, there's a lot of these movies that are very, like you said with Godfather. There's a lot of these movies
Dracula
where they're just
Untold.
Untold. No, that's even more recent. This one's going back even further. Yeah. This one goes back to 2000 and it ended up being this bizarre series of. And then it literally became Dracula in space at one point. They were in space with Dracula on a spaceship. Like, what are we doing? Yeah. Wow. Dracula made it into space just like Jason did and just like the Hellraisers did.
Probably easier to say.
Leprechaun did.
Isn't it one of those things where if you're around long enough, you get to
go to space? Well, in fairness, there's a Space Godzilla.
See?
Yep.
It's a Space Godzilla. Okay.
Yeah, he's called
Space Godzilla.
About
you, Tom. I thought about you because somebody took, I don't know how, took a grain of rice and drilled. He made a Godzilla. Like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Like, what would even, how would that even like come to be in your mind? Like, hey, look, a grain of rice. I'm gonna put Godzilla in there. Like,
well, have you seen these guys that take pencils and they shape the lead into stuff?
Yeah.
Like even chains, like they're making chains out of the lead, with these tiny little X-Acto blades and stuff. Like
chains and a train.
It's wild. It is crazy.
I'd Ripley's Believe It or Not, somebody painted a portrait on a grain of rice. That was interesting.
That's crazy.
I love Ripley's Believe It or Not. I could go there all the time and we have it right here in Gatlinburg, or right in Gatlinburg, which is not right here. It's actually quite far, but in Gatlinburg. And I've been to like 3 different ones of them, and you can go like 1,000 times. And I'm pretty sure all of it's a hoax because I don't know how some of them have the same thing, and I don't know how it's possible when it's like this one of a kind.
It's just AI. It's just AI.
It's not AI. It's
just
been around for like 40 years.
Yeah.
How is it AI? Like
same way that we didn't land on the moon and all that footage by Stanley Kubrick. You know, that's all fake too.
You can't get me into that because I really don't know if you're landing. I'll fight with somebody. Universal monsters,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, put them all. That's what they should do. Is just put them all in space. Frankenstein in space. Creature from the black hole of space. Like, yeah, we could do that.
Was in space, but Michael hasn't been, right?
Michael has not been in space. No, Michael Myers has not been in space.
No, but Jason did, right?
Jason. And a leprechaun. Wasn't the leprechaun in space?
Leprechaun has been in space. Yeah.
Okay. I have not seen a leprechaun, so I have. There's a lot of things I need to watch. But I have not. I have not seen any of these space movies or anything except for Lamageddon.
The Hellraiser one is like my favorite of the whole series. It's
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, it's called Bloodlines, and it's the origin of the box. So it tells you how the box got made. So that's part of it.
It was in space.
No,
I haven't seen that one.
No. Oh well, then I don't want to tell you too much more. It's Bloodlines.
No, go ahead.
It's great because it starts in space, right at the beginning, and they're on the space station, and they have the box, and they're making a robot open the box up, right, so that nobody gets killed.
Oh, yeah.
And the robot opens the box, and shit goes wrong. But then it flashes back to like the 1800s when the box is made by this toy maker. So it's the origin of the box. And then the guy who actually hired to have the box made, he opens it, brings out this demon, and problems happen, and that's sort of the origin of the box, right? And then it kind of after that story's over, it flashes forward again to the descendants of the person who made the box to kind of bring it into like the 90s when this movie was made. So there's that story, and then it flashes forward yet again back to space, where the guy on the spaceship is the long form descendant of the guy who made the box. And so they open up and they get the Cenobites on the spaceship. And when that happens, they're all like, time to go. And they get off the ship, and you see the spaceship in the background as they leave the ship, and it starts to fold up into a giant puzzle box, and it traps them in this spaceship puzzle box thing.
Okay, now I want to watch it. See, spoilers don't bother me.
It's a really good movie. It's a really good.
Spoilers make me want to watch.
Well, I mean, it's an older movie. My husband has seen all of those. He's a fan of the Hellraiser movies, so I think he like binge watched all of them at one point. And I was like walking through the room, like, "What the hell is this?" And just
they're not good.
You know what I mean? Like,
they're not good. The first three are not good.
No.
But I mean, that one
they're hokey. Bad special effects horror.
But even beyond the hokiness, just the story. Like, I even put this out one time because I was watching them. I was like, I haven't seen these in forever. I'm going to watch them all because they were on Amazon. And so I put it out into the internet, as you do. I was like, am I stupid, or do these movies not make any sense? Like, these are all just fever dreams of Wes Craven, and there is no point to any of this. Because Nia Rufino, one of my artists, she loves the movies. Like, that's one of her favorite things of all time. But she's also very dreamer-esque. She's very into the sort of abstract stuff. So I was like, I understand why you watch these movies, but for someone who doesn't exist in that realm, I don't understand what the fuck's going on. And but then when you get to Bloodlines, it's a very linear, like, I understand the steps. So it worked for me, and I liked it. And then it had a cool finale. So I was like, yeah, that works. Give it to me.
I bought a porn over the weekend. See, that's why I was so quiet, is because I was just waiting for the right time.
You were sitting in your shame corner.
No, I was getting up to it. I'm not ashamed of it at all.
Foot fetish one, or is it just a generic?
No, so I went to Motor City.
Did you buy Triple X-Men?
No, not yet. That's on my next
the next list.
I bought Pokecom, which is the Pokemon. No, wow. so I went to I tabled at Motor City Nightmares over the weekend.
Cool.
And it was great. And I was right across from the guy who had Blu-rays, DVD, the movie guy. And they had $4 Blu-rays. Tom, I found Evil Tunes, which I bought.
Of course you did.
And then I know. I was very happy because I've never seen it. It's on Tubi for free, but it was like the 25th anniversary silver edition.
Oh my god!
I'm like, oh my god! I know. Yeah. I'm like,
if it's silver, you have to buy it.
Right.
You couldn't find the platinum one. What is wrong with you?
I tried.
That'll be the 35th anniversary.
Right.
They're building up to it.
I found apparently it is the worst Italian porn movie ever. Erotic of the Living Dead. Which is also supposed to be the most obscure of the cannibalistic zombie sex movies, and I'm like, oh, of
that's
course,
the genre.
Yeah, that's the genre. I'm like, oh, of course. So when I was reading the back of this, I'm like,
the genre I'm going to move into. Did you?
Yeah, Lori has
right.
everything.
That's volume 3 of Path of the Pale Riders.
Yeah,
goes to Italy.
They can totally have sex. They totally can.
Yeah, why not?
It was great, and then they were
love
also.
and life.
They didn't have Porno Holocaust, which is very disappointed on. But this guy would just had a series of like porn horror movies.
And Tom, it will be called Path of the Pole Rider.
Oh damn!
Oh yeah!
Put that launch pad up right now. Like just put it up. Like it's ready. Like you'll get thousands of people waiting for that.
Going on, do that one.
That's... Thousands of people waiting for that.
Yeah, they're like, screw Big James, give us Path of the Pole Rider.
Yeah.
Wow, things to look forward to.
No,
yeah,
Big James is going to be the mascot because it's Big James, if you know what I mean.
We always know what you mean.
No, Motor City Nightmares is great. I had an awesome time. They actually cleaned up because last year it was like all like super pop culture stuff. Like there was just an entire section of Pokemon Funko Pops that somebody had out and like sports memorabilia and everything. And now it's just all horror. I got to meet Eileen Dietz, the woman who played the face of Pazuzu.
Pazuzu.
Yeah.
No, she didn't play Pazuzu. She played the original Exorcist, Captain Howdy.
I'm sorry.
What?
Captain Howdy. She was the original face in the original Exorcist, Captain Howdy.
Captain Howdy.
Really?
Pazuzu is the demon from the second
screen.
One. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she had like white face paint, whatever. She did the big smile and shit. Yeah.
Pazuzu? That reminds me of Futurama. You seen Futurama?
I love Futurama. Not the new. I haven't seen the new one yet.
If you guys seen Futurama, there's a Pazuzu.
I have.
Yeah. Remember that he loses his gargoyle Pazuzu and
yeah. Farnsworth.
Like,
he's like, no, come back,
Pazuzu.
Pazuzu. Yes.
Oh, Pazuzu.
I only remember the Amazon one. That's the only one I remember. Oh, and where the drink comes from. Those are the two I remember. So
what?
That's it. The drink that he likes, the slime drink. The alien like
oh yeah, the sludge
comes out of the alien. Yeah.
Oh, Slurm?
Slurm, yeah.
Oh,
Slurm,
yeah.
And then there was
slimy.
What are those? Those are the Grungalungas. Well, tell them I hate them.
And then there's the one where the Amazons would sleep with the males. Yeah. That's what I remember.
Zap Brannigan and his velour.
Yeah. So those are the two I remember. And and the worms. When he eats the egg sandwich from the vending machine at the gas station.
Then he becomes like a fucking god. He plays that
weird instrument and it like shows him,
he can do everything. He played the instrument and he was smart and articulate, and then he gets rid of it because he wants to know if Leela loves him for who he is. What a dumbass.
For the worms.
He killed the worms, yeah. So.
Yeah.
That's your lesson. Don't eat food from the gas station.
No, the lesson was to eat food from the gas station.
Just if it's egg salad, but the rest of it, don't eat it.
No. The egg salad, I mean, he got
also from a gas station bathroom.
he got shot in the stomach, and they sewed it up. It was
Yeah, I
like,
keep these worms.
Yeah,
Like
these
I'd be like, hell yeah.
he only got
Fuck
rid of
me
them
up.
because he wanted to know for sure. And that's only for the show to happen. There's no way he would have done that in real
Yeah.
life. He would have been like, fuck that. These worms are mine now, man. And then what happens when he's overrun with all these worms, though? Like, does he become more worm than man? I mean, I don't know. That's the
Yeah, he does.
one
No,
of the
they're
things
parasites.
that
They just
show.
live in his body.
Well, yeah, but they kept growing. One of the things on that show that I absolutely loved, and I would buy one in real life, is the what if machine. I love that fucking thing because I'm always like, what if? Like, what if? I want that what if machine. That I'd see, but I'd lose my whole life being with the what if. I would just sit there all day while I'm like, okay, what if? That'd be it.
If you want to play the what if game, there's the Love, Death, and Robots.
Yeah.
The what if episode, and that's freaking funny, where they kill Adolf Hitler like 12 times.
Yeah.
They're like, what would happen if Adolf Hitler became like a bird feeder, and then they kill him? Random stuff. Like he's sitting on a park bench, and they just drop like an anvil on him. They just
wow,
it's funny.
Yeah.
Love
I don't know.
Death Robots is
Supernatural.
great.
He killed Adolf Hitler, and he went around saying, "I killed Hitler." So I was like, I don't even remember the episode at all.
I remember there was if you remember the TV show Grimm.
I've never seen Grimm, but I've heard it's really good.
It is very good. There's just a scene where they're like, yeah, a bunch of people have been like monsters, and they've been like great rulers. And then for no reason at all, the last scene of that episode is just Hitler turning into a lion and roaring. Yes. Never brought up again. Never talked about. Doesn't allude to.
Tom, I'm curious. Tom, you never talk about show. Is there a show?
You never
that
talk
you
about
like?
Hitler, Tom. Tell us
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. Is there any shows that you've actually liked, or any currently you have watched
that have Hitler in it?
No.
Stop with the Hitler.
Good thing we're not monetized.
There's
definitely
much.
shows I like, but not much in the modern time.
Nate, what would be your favorite?
Favorite show of all time?
Twin Peaks.
I've never seen Twin Peaks, but my friend was obsessed with it.
I love Twin Peaks.
She had a huge crush on that Kyle MacLachlan. Is that his name?
The guy who plays Cooper?
The main guy. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he plays. He's in Fallout. It's fun. He plays the
But
dad.
they never had an ending to that show, right? Wasn't it like a huge cliffhanger with no ending, or did it actually end?
It did end. Season 2, they wrapped it up.
Anyway, Tom, you can't get out of the question. There's got to be a movie you like.
TV show?
Yeah, we're just stalling for you to think.
There's a lot, but you asked me what my favorite was. I don't really know. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I was thinking about like what stuff I owned on DVD, like what's in the TV show section.
You guys talk. I will be right back.
So
you can talk about me. I won't listen.
We're not going to talk about
But like I have
versus Hitler.
I have the Battlestar Galactica set.
Yeah.
The remake. Well, I have both the original and the new one, but I like the new one a lot. I have the X-Files set, which I think the X-Files is great. You
just started watching that again, didn't you?
I'm on season 5 right now. I have Jesus, what do I have? I mean, there's lots of old stuff. Like I have all the old Transformers and G.I. Joe and all that animated stuff. Yeah, from the 80s, Robotech, things like that way back in the day.
Robotech.
Probably the most recent show that I have the whole thing is The Big Bang Theory, maybe, and that's been off the air now for 5 or 6 years. But there were some shows that I stumbled across late, like 30 Rock, which is spectacular. I love 30 Rock. The Office is great. I came into that late. Office is great. So yeah, there's stuff. I don't like much that's happening now.
You watch Orphan Black?
Like I do watch. No, I tried to watch that shit. I can't. Like I don't like that. I don't like Blacklist.
I haven't watched Orphan Black or what do they call it? Black Mirror.
Like I do like
Black
the
Mirror,
the Karate Kid. The Karate Kid show or Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai. Yeah, that show's hysterical.
That was good.
Cobra Kai is good, but it's interesting because like the new season just started. and I couldn't care less. I have no drive to see it.
That's my problem
me
too. That's same. I
know I
tried.
will see it, but I don't care right now, and that's really
Yeah.
strange for me, because that was one of the reasons I was holding on to Netflix. I was like, it's got to be here soon.
Is this the one that where it's, or maybe I didn't watch it? Is it the one after Kreese goes to jail, or am I behind?
This is
George?
yeah, no, Kreese didn't go to jail. The other guy, well, it's confusing. I don't even remember. This is one of the problems. It's been so long, I don't remember.
Right.
But the last episode, yeah, it was him and Terry Silver, and they were battling each other and whatever happened. And so this is now the conclusion of what's that, because they Johnny and
the other guy,
the
one we don't care about,
LaRusso,
Ralph Macchio or LaRusso, Johnny, their things are merged now, and they're going to go have this like tournament somewhere else. So so this is after Cobra Kai had its own problem, and then they put themselves together, and I don't know. It's but that's part of the problem is like I don't remember.
Right.
And so I'm like, I don't, and I'm sure it'll give me a recap. They always give you a recap.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I'll trigger back into it. But
that was my problem too, because I was like, wait a minute, because they're like new season of Cobra Kai. I'm like, wait a minute, did I miss a season? Because all I remember is that Kreese goes to jail because Terry Silver calls the police.
Yeah, last season ended with like Chosen getting stabbed in the big fight scene and stuff like that.
So I am behind. I'm behind.
Okay, so you need to see 4 then.
Then I need to watch. I haven't watched 4 yet.
Okay.
So because that's right, because they
Sorry,
the
spoiler.
end of that. No, that's okay, because I remember. Yeah, I remember that. LaRusso calls Chosen and says, "Hey, are you having a midlife crisis? Well, come join us to have these midlife crises."
Right.
As well.
Right.
Because that's all of Cobra Kai is just these men having midlife crises, and they use children to make themselves feel.
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah. Well, and that's one of the funny things about the show is it's so meta that even LaRusso's wife is always like, "Are we really doing this? Do we have competing karate clubs again? Like, what are we doing?" So it understands the joke, which is part of the fun of the show.
Well, it's also too, it's like the kids also take it very seriously too. Like there's that one kid I remember, I think it was the second season, where they like attack the LaRusso house, and he's just like, "Oh, there's a cat outside," and they just launch him through the window, and instead of writhing in pain, he just gets up and goes, "That wasn't a cat." And I'm like, hell yeah. And then it was
so
just like
this, the new season is out.
Yes.
George is asking.
Yeah, season 5
New season's
is out,
out,
so
but
I haven't watched season 4 yet.
Yeah, but here's the other thing, and this is partially why I'm not watching right now, is the final season is being broken up into 3 5-part segments.
Yeah.
And so it's only the first 5 are out right now. And so I kind of like, I just want it to be done, and then I'll just kind of tear through it.
Binge watch it.
Yeah, because my biggest problem with that is when you break it up into two of those like segments, or even 3, I'm going to forget after the first one.
Yeah, because there's too much time in between.
Right, and I'm just not going to care.
Like if I literally don't remember season 4 as season 5 is coming out, I'm not going to remember.
And if I don't remember season 3
up in the middle.
Yeah.
If I don't even remember there was a season 4 and now we're on season 5, then that's
season 4. Unfortunately, is a little forgettable. It's not okay. It's not awful, but it's a little forgettable. Barnes shows up. Another one of these cameo things. Barnes.
Yeah.
And Terry Silver's in it, which is fun. He's always fun.
He's hysterical. I loved him in 3.
It's a little. It's the third season is still by far the best. Like the best.
Yes.
It was so good, and I think that's why 4 kind of tripped, is because season 3 was so good.
The kid who played
Howdy.
the main kid.
Oh, I heard.
Talking
the
about
main
Cobra
good guy
Kai.
kid. The Blue Beetle guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like him. I think he's great, and I also liked Blue Beetle too because he was in it. Because I'm biased on that. I really love him because him and then Johnny's kid are the ones that are probably having the most fun in it as like the 2 main characters. Oh, and then the one girl, the bully girl.
Yeah, the bully girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was funny is I kept looking at her like, I know who that is. Who the fuck is this? And then I watched Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and I'm like, that's her.
Really?
It's
Oh,
Peyton
really?
List.
Is it
She's in
real?
Diary of the Wimpy Kid when she's like a kid, like 10 years old or something. But I was like, oh my god, that's how I know this girl from. It was like the girl from the new Ghostbusters movie. I kept thinking, like, how do I know who this is? And then I realized she's from Young Sheldon, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. So
The new Ghostbusters movie is on Netflix right now, and I need to watch it.
no, need is a hard word. Need is a really hard word.
Okay, I want to.
Okay, that's fine. You can
Okay,
want it,
yeah.
but you don't need it.
Listen, I didn't want to watch the Sausage Party TV show. And then
I gave that a shot, man. I gave that a legitimate shot because I was ready. I think I lasted 12 minutes.
Okay, so you
like,
lasted a lot.
I was like, no, I'm going to be done.
Yep. It's not good.
It's not good.
No.
Now, maybe it gets better, but
no.
episode 1 is not good.
It doesn't get any better. It gets more and more painful after. So they do like this weird America's Got Talent.
I thought you
like,
dropped out.
Thing.
How do you know it doesn't get better?
Well, I lasted until about 3 episodes.
Oh, you did 3 episodes?
Yeah,
Holy
I did.
Shit, I lasted like 12 minutes.
I know. Yeah, no. I'm a glutton for punishment. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Now I know why you said you hate yourself.
I
understand.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. Like that's why let's just say my therapy appointment is next.
Yes.
In a couple of days.
Yes. Are you gonna bring a bagel?
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, this is.
Where did the bagel hurt you?
Right here. They do a weird Burning Man thing, and it's just like this America's Got Talent tryout show. And there's like Meg the Scallion and like all these different food like music puns, and I'm just sitting there going, please just kill me. I looked at Tifa because she was the one who turned it. Well, no, Tifa was watching it. And then finally I looked at her and I went, look, I usually don't say this, but can we just fucking change this? And I've watched 3 seasons of Project Runway. So you could definitely tell my patience was shot after that. Yeah. Listen, those fashion shows are great because it's just supervillain costumes. It's who can make the best supervillain origin costume. It's great. Okay. So I do think that the Next in Fashion on Netflix is way funnier, but because that is they like make sleeping bags into fashion, and it's really funny.
I miss all the good shows, stuff, whatever.
Yeah, I am watching.
Your favorite show? What was your favorite show?
Shows, people.
Oh, his favorite show we're talking about right now, the Sausage Party TV.
Yeah, Sausage Party. Yeah.
Clearly
it. Yeah. Yeah. No, I listen to stuff that I like Battlestar Galactica and Big Bang Theory and X-Files and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what my favorite.
You watched all of Big Bang Theory?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I have not. I have only seen like some of it. And I've always wanted to start from the beginning and just watch it, but I just haven't done it yet.
I can't get into it.
You're not smart enough. It's for smart people.
Galactica?
No,
I'm
Big
sorry.
Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. It's for nerds. It's for
my
smart
brain
nerds.
stopped paying attention
No,
for like
Big Bang Theory. I don't really like sitcoms all that much. So it's like sitting through it, I'm like,
yeah, if you don't like sitcoms, it's not going to work.
Yeah,
definitely not going to work. Much less a sitcom that has, like the audience track to it.
I can't do that.
That's even more different from like The Office or Parks and Rec or stuff like that. So it's a whole different experience.
That's like my suicide. Like if I'm watching a TV series with a laugh track, just call 911 immediately. Like there has to be something wrong. I did start season 2 of Misfits. It has Ramsey Bolton in it. There's like a young kid, and then the guy who plays Klaus from Umbrella Academy. It's about a bunch of kids who gain superpowers. What?
Michael Sheenhan something.
Michael Shanahan.
Thank you.
Is that it? Michael Shanahan?
Something around there.
It's that guy. That show's good. It's on Hulu. It's about a bunch of kids who are in community service. They're in like a juvenile community service for committing crimes, and they get superpowers, but they're like specific superpowers. And it's like one has the ability to, when you touch her, your hormones, your sexual hormones flare up, so you just want to bone her.
Isn't that most women?
Well, I mean, this one is different, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's a commentary. Shut up.
That's not commentary. That's terrible writing. Is all that is. It's terrible. Terrible writing.
Oh, I think it's fun. It's a good show. I like it.
That one. Let's move on. That one is too on the nose. What else do they do? What are the other powers?
There's one that just gives you alopecia.
What?
Okay,
that's something. I'll give you that one.
Well,
that's better.
Like,
you've moved upwards. What else?
There's one there's a shape-shifting one.
Yeah.
And that one's interesting because in order for her to do it, she like feels the pain turning into them. So it's like immense pain. So when she turns into a mouse, she turns into the mouse, but man, she's going to feel that turning into a mouse, and it's going to be incredibly painful.
Yes, but that's like guys turning into werewolves. They all scream and yell and
but they're turning into something like
cool.
At least their height or bigger. She's turning into something teenier.
Sure, yeah.
And then she also has to turn into different.
Would be worse because you're like stretching everything out.
I think just transforming into anything would be worse because your bone matter is shifting. Then there's one that she can just turn into a turtle. And I haven't gotten to that episode yet. That one was spoiled for me.
That's like Sky High, where the girl can only turn into a purple hamster.
Yes, but I like Sky High. Yeah, but I like
Sky High's good.
I think that's a hilarious movie. But he can only turn into a turtle. And when I mean that, I mean he can only permanently turn into a turtle. And he found that out by turning into the turtle.
So he turns into a turtle. So
no, he cannot.
So can he talk?
No, but it does have the intelligence of the still of
how do you know he can switch out from a turtle and he's like, I don't want to be here anymore. Here's a turtle. I'm just like
So like some of the powers are dumb. Some of them are like, oh, I can read your mind. One's immortal. So there are all those ones too. But then you got the more fun ones. Like one guy is just sheer amounts of rage, and that's all it is he's just rounding.
I'm married to that.
And he can't control it, so it's just him running around as this angry man killing people.
This is so familiar.
It's really the whole show is very. I mean, it is also BBC, so it is very British. So
British. Yeah, it's British.
So they're just all running around going bollocks, bollocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
One girl has the ability of saying, you can do whatever you want to be. You can be whoever you want to be, but don't you want to be better? And that triggers you to be like a better person of yourself and like cleanse yourself of your sins.
I'll do whatever I want to be.
Yeah, it's great. Like it's
drama.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a dream and then you
Yeah. And then that's my kids, man. They talk like that. Weird.
But I love it. That show's great. I'm also watching Orphan Black. I'm at the end of season 1, and I've actually really liked that one. But I also like Tatiana. I think she's really good at playing multiple characters. And just like switching accents and just being fun.
I don't like Big Bang Theory, is I guess what I'm telling you.
Yeah, but you don't like
long to say that out loud.
You don't like sitcoms, so that
no, I don't. I know.
We could list like all sitcoms. Like I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Wow. So you don't have an island show that you would watch if you can only pick one show to be on all the time. What would it be?
Twin Peaks.
That's interesting.
That's not a good one. There's only 2 seasons, right? What are you gonna do when you run out? Start over again? You need something like
Die.
That's the best answer I've heard. When I get done with my favorite show, I'm just gonna kill myself.
What else am I supposed to do? Masturbate? I'm already done that.
Have Supernatural.
What show are we on right now?
Oh, that's too much.
That's too much. That's not
I'm calling people Hitler and talking about.
I will never get bored of Supernatural, so Supernatural would be mine.
Look, I just came back from a horror convention. I'm raged up on perverted and violent thoughts. Okay.
Oh, I have
That's where I live, so that's okay.
There you go.
My horror show is this
I just
weekend.
don't tell people that.
My first guest shot.
Which one? Oh, is it the terror, whatever?
CreepyCon in
CreepyCon.
Knoxville.
I did register though for next year. I did get into Motor City Nightmares next year again.
I don't know what that is.
That's the one that I went to. It's the one in Detroit.
Congratulations.
In Novi. So I have been in that one. Again.
I'm really curious how this is gonna go because I've done Comic-Cons. I have not done horror cons. I don't even know if anyone's gonna buy my comic.
They will.
I hope so. It's not gonna cost me a damn thing because they're paying for my food that I can't eat because it's got gluten. But they got me food and they paid for internet. I don't know if they have electricity. I don't know. I probably have to pay for parking, so it might cost me like $100 because this fucking shit's gonna be expensive. But we'll see. But I'm excited because it's my first guest shot. I'm on the website and everything, so I look all important.
So this is my second year doing Motor City Nightmares, so a horror con, and I do pretty well with selling horror comics. So I mean, I think it'll be okay. I did talk to a guy who he also does horror cons, but he also does metal fests as well. And he sells hot sauce, but he has said though that there are people who sell comics at metal shows and like other music shows, and they do pretty well too. So I'm like,
yeah, but I feel like you got to have the right thing for those people.
Well, if it's a metal, I mean, I have Set the Hook in blue, so I think I'll be okay. Plus, these bands need reading material. They're on the road. Here you go.
Wow.
I don't think like a big and they're also pretty cheap. Like they're one day. Like they're one day show.
I love one day cons. Yeah. I have a one day con coming up. One of them is I don't know if I got into it. One of them is $20. So we'll have to do one hardcover and I make money.
I got invited to this new one called Haunted Hazel Park, which is one in Hazel Park, Michigan. It's a one day con art festival haunted house thing, and I might end up register. I need to send him my information and everything, but
there is. I'm not going to do it because it's a 5-hour round trip, and I don't. There was only like 40 people going. So, but there was a cryptid and monster fair, and they had tables, and I think they were like $65 for like a 10 by 10 table.
I feel like I remember hearing about that show.
It's Tennessee, but of course that means nothing because I'm in Tennessee. It's Maverick. Is it Maverick? I don't know, but I wanted to do it because it was super cheap. But I just I could do that in one day, but I don't know.
CryptidCon?
Where is that?
Lexington, Kentucky.
When is that? Because that's closer. No, it's not closer.
November 23rd to the 24th.
November 20. I should try to get in that. But my Western is more.
Applications are closed right now.
You bastards! I didn't even know that existed yet.
I didn't either. I just Googled it.
This is my problem where I don't sign up for Comic-Cons because you have to sign up so far in advance that I forget until it's like, like Texas Frightmares in May. And it's, February, and they're like, well, we've been booked for months. It's like you have to apply in August the previous year. I'm like, well, I got to make a calendar of when to apply for all these things. Like,
well, that's in 2 days, Lori. So be ready.
Yeah, apparently. But it doesn't even say when, though, because then usually they're like August 15th. You know what I mean? It's like, can I just.
One guy
yes, you have to make a list. I literally have a spreadsheet. I have a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet with all this stuff on it now.
Now I have to look up cryptid cons because I didn't know this was a thing until it popped up on my Facebook, and they'll send me shit from everywhere. I cannot search by distance. I want to do
what? God. Oh, I was just saying I want to do the Curiosities and Oddities convention.
Yeah, I want to do that too. I don't know. I do want to do a cryptid, but so my Western is more cryptid focused than redemption. So retrospection would be or whatever. It would be it's all cryptids. Like they literally hunt cryptids down. So I think we have 12 on the list right now. So that would probably redemption, I can probably get away with it. There's monsters in there, but but the Western literally has like actual cryptids that they have to hunt down to get stuff from. So I just added one, something called a burrow, B-U-R-U. It's like an alligator thingy. So but we have the Jersey Devil, and we have a few we made up. We have the Clotters, and we have the Sheep Demon that doesn't have a name yet. So we made up the Crow, not the Crow, but I mean which I got inspiration from Inuyasha, so I kind of stole that. Fabio just gave me a sketch of it, actually, and it looks, it looks amazing. He's like, I always do 2 at a time with him because I have to pay $50 for shipping. And so I just was like, just do 2 cowboys because I just want the 2 westerns to do. Why is this all weird? My Facebook looks weird. Oh, because I'm in the wrong thing. I want to show you the damn thing. I don't know how Facebook works. My first day. Okay, here we go. I guess it was in Worthy Chaos for some weird reason. So
there's a one guy I was talking to, an artist, does tattoo conventions as well.
Yeah,
I'm kind of curious about doing that too.
There's one in Nashville
I would dodge those because
really?
most of the people that are there are just there to get a tattoo, and they don't really give a shit about anything else that's going on. Like the tattoos are like the movie stars at like at a Comic-Con. Like the people are there for that. And if they're getting a tattoo, they're just laying on that table for a couple of hours, like standing in line for a guy. So I would dodge the tattoo places. I've done that.
Fair.
He sounds convinced.
I've done it.
Done them before.
I've done like horror / tattoo things. And like, it wasn't like terrible or anything, but I wouldn't do it again. I would stick to the straight horror shows because that audience is there now first. I mean, again, they're still there for like the movie stars, right? But the horror people, those guys are very, very open into like, show me what you do in horror.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know what exists. So it's a much more open-minded, it's a box because it's the horror box, but it's a very open-minded box. So you'll do better there.
Hold on, let me see. Did I do that right? Hold on. Yeah, if you love Inuyasha, my that's one of my favorites. But this is how do I make this? How does it make it look bigger? I don't think there we go. That's, if you remember in Inuyasha, on the very first one, the crow eats the gem or the jewel, and it gets bigger, and that's what that is. So I gave him more eyes and a horn. And he can change his shape by will. In Inuyasha, he only does it because he has the jewel. But I loved him, so he's here. And that's Fabio's. That is just a sketch, and he literally did it like in an hour. So I was like, what the hell? And then he did this one, which is the chupacabra. So let's see if I can. Yeah, you can see that. So that's a chupa. It's so funny because I have artists that Fabio, see, you name him and there he comes. I was just showing off your stuff because it's awesome. And I have certain artists that I rotate. I say that, but they all do the same story. So, but I rotate in which covers I get. So Fabio always does 2. So this time I sent him a list, and he was going to do the Wendigo. Yeah, isn't it awesome? So he was gonna do the Wendigo, but I sent him a list, and I was like, all right, which ones do you want to do? And he picked the chupacabra, and then I said, all right, you have to pick 2, and he picked the crow. Ken Hunt, his style is more the Wendigo, so I sent him I knew he'd want 3 of them, so I said, here's the list, but I know who you're gonna pick. So I guessed Wendigo, which was one of them, the Jersey Devil, and the standing up werewolves. So he's probably going to do those 3. And then Jeremy Rampak's already working on a bunch. And then I have, my sheep. Let me see if I can get my sheep. I don't think it's going to let me do the sheep. But anyway, I have them wrangling sheep. So good times. What else did I have? I have the vampires they were killing. I have I need a name for the sheep, or I just call them sheep demons, I guess. I don't know. but whatever. Anyway, okay, so oh, I guess I don't need to have my personal Facebook up there. Ta-da.
I can send you embarrassing messages on the screen.
Yeah, I've done that to you, so you owe me. Where I was like, I sent you something about somebody, and it wasn't bad, but it came up on the screen. I think it was Pops.
Yeah, that was my one time. I was like, never doing that again. I was like, don't put your Facebook up because people send you messages, and then it's on your live stream.
All I said was, "Is Pops okay?" I think it was like having a bad day. I was like, "Is Pops okay?" But it popped up.
Oh, Pops was being Pops.
Yeah, but I could have said much worse. So I was like, okay, not about him, but I mean in general, I could have been like, I only vent to 2 people. It's Lori and Chad, pretty much, and of course my co-writer. I don't bother Tom as much. I figure I bother him long enough on these shows, so I generally try not to bother him.
She only comes to me when she's like, pick one.
All right. Yep.
Like, all right. I'm like, yeah, B.
And then she comes to me and she says, pick one. And then she's like, Tom picked this one. I'm like, don't tell me which one Tom picked. It's like, because I don't want you to think like I'm picking it because Tom picked it. I want to pick it because I picked it. If it's the same one, then great.
Yeah.
I just showed
like,
Tom the
B. I'm like, God damn it, that's the one I wanted, but now I can't pick it because Tom picked it.
I just showed Tom the movies I find.
Well, what I do is I
usually pick the same one as Tom.
You did pick the same one as Tom.
High five.
Taste.
I did.
Yeah, good taste. Yeah, see?
I did get it. Hold on, I can show you. I did get the one you guys picked. You picked B for the horses. But I'm also
not only did I pick B, but then I gave her edits. I was like, and move the head and like add the bloodstream and like do this. So she got a full like editorial.
Nice.
I did.
Way to do
that for free.
Yeah.
Just saying. I'll get the bill at the end of the year.
Yeah. And you owe me.
I go back to the messages, and she's like, she sent me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, you owe me $3,000.
Yeah. Hold on, let me show you. So everyone liked C so much. I'm actually doing C also, but with a different monster. I don't know which one yet. Probably vines. But not the dragon vine, the regular vine. So we'll see. But
see, I think everybody liked C because of the big the head was like super far off. You know what I mean? Like it was a super dramatic, like, oh, look at the head flying off. But here you get the head flying off as well. Plus you get that nice blood swoosh going up the sword. Like that's awesome.
Yeah. But so there we go. That's that one got done. More people liked A than I thought. Like I literally wasn't even gonna put A on that. Yeah, they did like A. But the people that didn't like A had a good reason. They were just like,
but see, now you know anybody who liked A, whenever you ask again, you just have a list of those people and you're like, we don't count any of their votes.
Nice. But yeah, a lot of people, it was pretty much split between B and C.
Yeah.
It was some of the biggest split. I think the most that I had one of, I think the angel one, people chose the most of whatever. Generally, I choose what Tom picks, and then I just vote. I have people vote anyway, because sometimes I'll add one on. Like I think twice I added on. No, for the snake one had a super split because it was like we like the Anubis from this one, but the wolf from this one, and she's good in this one, but the snake is good in this one. I was like, are you kidding me? So that was fun. And then I think
sometimes when that happens though, that's when you go back to the artist and you say, hey, look,
that's what I did.
Let's tinker a little and use the best of all of it.
That's actually what I wound up doing, because I think I took the wolf and the Anubis from one and I added it into the one that you had first chosen because you like the snake. I like when they give me reasons. Like sometimes I'll just be like A, B, A, B. And by the way, Facebook, they're all relevant. So fuck you. Like I'm so sick of this shit where I have to pick. It only like the relevant or top comments are there. I want all the comments. Like it doesn't even send me a notice if it's not relevant or top, it seems. So I don't know why, but I have to select all and then I have to hit previous, and you would think previous is underneath it. No, previous is on top of it. So you have to scroll down and up and then just whatever. But I think for that one, I did wind up, I did a combo, and then it turned out really, really well. So I like it when they give me a reason. I love the people that give me a novel. It's like, this is why this one's not good, and this is why this one's good, and never do this one, and then do this for this one. I was like, holy crap. So that's interesting. I like that. So I do like it when they give me a reason, because when they give me a reason, like for the snake one, if they gave me a reason, like, well, I like the Anubis from this one, I can do that. I can switch them and do whatever. So I do like that. But now it's a huge addiction where I'm just like, this artist is going to have to do one per month for me because my engagement goes up. Everybody gets involved. It's like this huge thing. I get to talk to Tom for 4 seconds while he chooses. It's like, I get all this shit. So I'm actually very addicted.
That is right. It takes me about 4 seconds. That's what I told her. Like every time she shows me stuff, I'm like, I see them and I'm like, I know it's that one. That's the one.
Somebody gave me a really good, I feel bad. I forgot their, I could see their name in my head, but my dyslexia doesn't want me to say it. But she showed me this spiral, which I've never heard of. So I guess there's a center look when you look at covers, and they circled it and they showed that B was the middle of the circle was her. And for C, it was the head or whatever, or something was there. So, or the hat or whatever it was. So that was pretty interesting. I wouldn't be smart enough to. I had one person that I really did not like, and I actually vented to Lori about it because they wouldn't tell me which they liked. And when they said that none of them, they all had issues, I said, well, give me specifics. And then he said, you have to study art. I was like, I'm not studying art. I'm just like, I'm just going to pick whatever Tom says anyway. So just tell me what you don't or do not like. And then I can understand. But no, apparently they didn't want to, they just kept saying, well, you have to study art and that's what you really should do. And I was like, no, if I was going to study art, I wouldn't be paying, $2,000 a month towards my artist. So
if that guy knew what he was talking about, he would have told you.
Yeah. See, we're going to go with that. Golden ratio.
Yeah, golden ratio, what's the point of being hush hush about it? There's no point of.
He probably didn't know or didn't want to tell me. I don't know.
He doesn't know. That's my point. Is because anyone that knew, they'd be like, "Hey, this one has this issue. This one has this issue." Like it takes you 2 minutes to like help somebody like see what you're seeing. That's what I do with you. I'm like, that's what I told you even on that B one. I was like, B is good, but like you need to move the head up so it's not hidden by the horse's butt. And then you need to add a little more dramatic, which is that blood slice, whatever. And that took me like 2 minutes to write that. So, this is not that difficult.
The time will be inflated on the invoice, but still. But he was like, he's just like, you have to study the depth and the arrangement. I was like, bitch, if I wanted to do that, I would just draw myself. Do
you think any of us do that?
No, I don't know. I don't know. It just annoyed the hell out of me.
That looks cool.
Yeah, that's
that looks cool.
I am awful with decisions. I'm not saying that I believe in signs like Pisces and all that shit, but I am the epitome of the two fish going in two different directions. I can get the choice down to two, and that's it. There's no choosing between those two. It is a Tom answer or a flip of the coin or something shit like that. I can't choose between two. So yeah, that's how that rolls. But whatever. I will say that this Western is driving me insane. I can't stop thinking about it ever. Like I was up last night at 2:30 and I looked at my phone because sometimes my coworker writes me and she hadn't. So I went back to bed, but I couldn't fall asleep. I kept thinking about the role or the scene I wanted to do in the next shot. And it kept going over and over in my head. And then I looked back at my phone at 3:30 and she sent me a 2,000 word reply. So I was like, fuck this shit. And I got up and I wrote 2,000 words. And I was like, all right, I can go back to bed now. So the only thing I was mad about was the fact that I let my dog out at 3:30 when I got up. And the damn thing still woke me up at 8. I was like, it's been 4 hours. How do you have to go to the bathroom again when you never go in the middle of the night? Well, whatever. So yes, I'm a little addicted to the
get back to writing.
I cannot, like, my character in my head or my other personality, whatever the hell is in there, it's just will not shut up until it's written. I've never seen you without glasses, Chad. You're freaking me out.
Oh, sorry. I'll put them back on real quick.
It's like Tom without his beard or his ears, and I can't. Anyway, so
that was like a weird like Superman moment. Like, wait a minute, who's that guy in the bottom corner without the glasses on?
There's somebody. I
don't know who that is.
Tom's house.
Put him on. Oh my God, Chad's here.
Yeah. Actually,
when did you get here?
Convinced me that Superman thing could happen because he looked completely different.
It is a thing.
It's a phenomenon, right?
That it is a thing.
Yeah. Supposedly the thing was. Okay, but I believe that to the extent of everyone but Lois Lane. Like, she spent so much, there's no way. He doesn't take his glasses off to clean them during the day. And she's like, oh my God, you're Superman. There's no way.
What she does is she goes, oh my God, Superman. And then he puts them on and he goes, oh, Clark, you're here. Like, oh my God.
I was never a fan of Superman. So I never read the comics. So I don't like, this sounds awful, but I don't like lone superheroes. I like duels or whatever, Batman and Robin or any of that shit. Sure. Anyway, so it's 9:15. It takes us like an hour to say goodbye and all that shit. So Lori, do you have anything you wanted to say, or where they could find you, or watching the brew or whatever?
Yes. But yes, follow me on social media if you're following me already. If you're watching,
is your thing still live? Are you guys still live?
Yep.
Oh,
two more days. We end on Wednesday night. We just rolled over 200 backers tonight.
Woo.
So,
Woo! I'll never
go back BD14 if you have not. I need my Allison magnet.
What the fuck? That wasn't what you're not. How close are you to your magnet?
So that'll be 13. So we're $2,400 away.
You got 2 days. Is it at the 48-hour mark yet?
Pretty close. We're at 41 hours. 41 hours.
So you gotta wait. So hopefully the 8-hour mark will see your magnet. So you know what? What is? I could
wait. I'm not done. Yes, watch the brew tomorrow because Christopher Brown will be on. We're gonna do some catching up. I want to hear about his novel because that's about to take off. And then if y'all missed the issue 5 campaign for Path, I put up a pre-order on my website, so you can still pre-order issue number 5 and get it with the first printing. www.pathofthepalerider.com. There we are.
Oh snap!
Oh.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, snap.
I love that. I used to say "I'll snap" all the time. Actually, I watched. Do you remember that? Because I'm old, so I don't know if I should say if you remember that. But do you know the commercial of the Orbit gum where she's like, or shut the front door, or lint liquor, or
where she was talking dirty and they had to have a clean mouth, but it wasn't anything really that bad. Mouth.
Yeah, I just saw it yesterday, so now I have
for the first time
liquor. So that's all I have in my head.
You went liquor, yeah.
Great. With the French toast. So anyway,
no. Here's the real question: have you seen the band Skittles commercial where the two people get married and on their like honeymoon? Have you seen that?
Yeah, and he
I have not
Skittles.
Seen that. I did see the Skittles commercial with the singing rabbit, and I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, no, forget that. You need to look up band Skittles commercial and just roll with it.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's memorable.
I haven't seen it.
Do yourselves a favor.
Go watch it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then after you're done watching it, everybody, you should go back BD14. We wrap this thing up Wednesday night.
I need my magnet. I'm like a dope fiend. I need it.
So yeah,
I need it.
2,200 exactly. Let's see, 2272. 2272.
I'm mad that you didn't make her first.
2372. Sorry, 2372.
You need to be the $9,000 one. Like
I just saw the trailer for Wicked.
Damn it. Oh, it's good. It's good, Carissa. You'll be mad at me at the end. It's great.
That sounds about right. Shoot, you're this one or the other one?
That one.
You're last?
Mm-hmm.
What the French toast?
That's what I said. French toast. I need my magnet.
Yeah, I want to hire. I'm going to hire this one, but now I'm torn because I'm torn because I have enough covers, for redemption till April 2026, which means this person has to do a cowboy and you have no idea. Like
I do have an idea. We've been friends for long enough.
Oh my God, it is awful because like I just need more. I was upset because I told Jonas, my artist, to do a cover for the Western, and he was supposed to do it today, and he sends me 2 pages, which is, yes, it's very good. I want the 2 pages, but I had it in my mind that I was getting the Western, and now I was like upset that I didn't get my Western. He's like, I'll do it Wednesday. And I was like, yes, please do it Wednesday. So I'm gonna have like every cover and everything ready, and then I'm like torn between I can't start till 22 is done because I needed to get to 22, but that's still 5 issues away. And so that's at least 5 months away. So he can't start drawing it until probably the beginning of next year. And then, you know me, and I don't want to put an issue up on Kickstarter until like 3 are done. So like, it's not going to happen till like mid-year. And by then I might be burnt out by it. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't know. Anyway, what is on your thing, Lori?
What's on my what thing?
It says road.
Road?
Your piano?
This is my speaker. My microphone thing. That's I know. Most of the time it's green screened out, but for whatever reason it wants to see it right there.
Yeah. It's because we talked about porn. It's very
not the speaker, the opposite of the speaker.
Go find Tom. He's Big Dog Inc. Anything you want to say, Tom, about your Kickstarter or anything?
Well, that's it. Like I said, we end up on Wednesday night. So get on it. Help us get those last 2 stretch goals. $2,300. We should be able to do that in a couple of days. We've done that before. So come jump in.
Like 3 months to do that. So Chad, do you want to talk about anything?
So yeah.
Well said.
That was me too. I was like, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Titty sprinkles. There, I said it. Anyway, set the hook. Everything has come in, so it's all sitting right here in my pile, ready for shipping. So that'll be getting done this weekend. I'm kind of kicking myself because the print, I accidentally printed them 8.5 by 11.
The what?
Yeah, it's one of the prints that everybody gets if we funded.
Nice.
I'm like, okay. So I have to do bubble wrap envelopes with it.
Yeah, because those aren't going to fit in the bag and board.
Yeah, weird how that goes, right? With size matters sometimes.
Well, no, you could just get magazine bags and boards.
I could do that too. I could do that. Yeah, that might be better. I did get magazine vanilla bubble wrap envelopes, and then I was gonna put the comic in it as well with the bag and board. So maybe that.
Yeah, you can get magazine bags and boards.
Yeah,
for sure.
Maybe I could do that. Actually, I could run the comic shop tomorrow. Do that anyway. Because I thought about that too. So now that I think about it, yeah, that might be easier. Anyway, they're all ready for shipping, and that's gonna be fun. And it's not because I hate every minute of it. And then issue 2 is currently in production, so I got some sketches.
I do it monthly. I don't want to hear you don't want to do it.
Well, you know what? It's still painful for me. So whatever. I'm still there with you, maybe, sort of, not really. But anyway. And then you could follow me on social media. You can go find me. Go type it in. There you go.
Awesome.
See, I'm like Tom right now. Like I just don't like you know where you could find me.
So if anyone doesn't know, which lucky you, Worthy Chaos is coming Monday. No. Yeah. Wait. Is it really? Oh shit. Is it? Fuck. Okay, so I'm gonna start doing that soon. But anyway, Monday, August 5th at 6 p.m. Eastern time, we will launch the conclusion to book 2. It's a double issue. It's 40 pages. Ow, that hurt. And obviously there'll be lots and lots of stuff. I don't know if Chatty, my plushie Chatty, is going to be available. I ordered him. So do you want? Because somebody else wants to. So there's either going to be a pre-launch. I can't see if you want him to, then I can't put him up by himself because I only have one in stock right now and I'm waiting for the other 50. So somebody else wants him too. And so I'm going to I guess I'll put a pre-order on there.
It's not gonna kill me if somebody else gets to it. I will not die, I promise.
He's actually a lot cheaper. He's gonna be $29 and Croc the Hellhound will be $25. I don't know why he's so damn cheap, but
yes, Croc the Hellhound, the crocodile that's a hellhound.
If you're not friends with me enough to know why his name is Croc, then I can't help you. You know things. Anyway, go sign up for the pre-launch. Just search Worthy Chaos with the only thing that pops up, and pick the newest one and pre-launch, whatever. I am adding 4 pages. Did I tell you I'm adding 4 pages to issue 14? What? Well, because it's a stupid reason. But anyway, I've been wanting to put it. I was going to add it to the next book, but instead I think I'm going to put it on 14. And it takes my crew super quick to do 4 pages. So it's going to have Bastille again. It's going to have her pet, the winged cat. And it's going to have Fur, which is this guy who's not up because I never unpacked the car for my book signing. So this Saturday and Sunday, I figure I might as well leave it in there because I'm going to go to the next one. But the Fur is going to be in it. So I'll have him for sale in October. Our 2-year anniversary is this Halloween. So that's it feels like way longer and way less all at the same time. Anyway, so we're back next Monday. Still looking for Big Shark. So go search it, find it. So I don't have to do the show anymore. That's the catalyst of the end, is finding Big Shark. So okay, that's it. Search Worthy Chaos anywhere, and I'm there. I'm wherever chaos is.